Good evening. Today we're going to talk about spreading kindness to strengthen our connections with others and the role of gratitude in mental health. Kindness and gratitude are deeply connected. Together, they can create a powerful foundation for connection and mental well-being. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, they nurture relationships and foster a sense of community, while practicing gratitude helps us recognize and appreciate the good in our lives. When we combine the two, we not only uplift others, but we also strengthen our own mental health, promoting joy, resilience, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. So one of the ways that we can spread kindness and strengthen connection is through random acts of kindness. And this is really like a big thing that people do during the holiday season. Just simple, thoughtful gestures that can brighten up someone else's day. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be something really small. It's the thought that counts. So we can leave a kind note for someone. We can write a heartfelt note of encouragement or appreciation to someone, whether it's a coworker, a friend, or a stranger. We can leave like cute little notes in our child's lunchbox during the time that they're in school, before they get out for a break. We can also put a little note in their backpack. We can send a kind note to their teacher. There are all types of people that are in our life that we can use this note to spread kindness to. Gratitude expressed through words can have a lasting emotional benefit for both the person who gives it and receives it. And like if you write a note for somebody and they receive it and they like it, it just makes you feel really good that you have done something to uplift someone else's day. Another thing that is really common to do is to pay it forward. So a few years ago, it was like a really big deal that people had kind of started paying for the person's food behind them in the line, maybe at like Chick-fil-A or Starbucks or something like that. And sometimes that can cause a chain reaction because you're in a line. The person already knew that you were going to pay for them. So they end up paying for somebody else that's behind them. And so it kind of just starts a chain of effect. If you pay for the person that's behind you, then they'll pay for the person behind them. And it's just a really nice thing to do. Another thing that I would encourage people to do during this holiday season is to just help a neighbor. Offering to help with something simple. Sometimes people are overwhelmed during the holidays. Sometimes people may have just had a baby during the holidays. And so offering help to someone else can give a sense of purpose and connection. Reflecting on these moments also promotes gratitude for our ability to help others. It feels good when we can pour into other people, be kind to other people, knowing that we have something of value that we can offer other people, and it doesn't have to be money. Going back to one of the first lives that I did when we talked about how just offering other people our time and attention is a really big deal, and it goes a long way. We can surprise someone with a small gift, share snacks, buy someone flowers or small tokens with people in our community. Sometimes people may have a garden and they may share something from their garden with someone else. I know someone recently at my school had cantaloupes in her garden, and she brought a couple she brought a couple cantaloupes for people at my job, and they really liked it and thought that that was a really cool thing that she did for them. So there are all sorts of things. You can be creative with spreading random acts of kindness. When we do this, we often experience a boost in serotonin and dopamine, brain chemicals associated with happiness and fulfillment. So I would really encourage you to get out there and just spread kindness through this holiday season. And plus, we don't know what other people are going through. And so spreading an act of kindness, doing something genuinely kind for someone else could really uplift them, and it could really mean a lot to them. I think that there are times that God has put someone on my heart and I did something kind for them when maybe I was thinking like it wasn't really a big deal to me, but then it ended up being something that was really huge and it meant a lot to them. So another thing that we can do is become more engaged in our community. Serving our community, it not only benefits others, it enriches our life with a sense of gratitude and purpose. We can have meaningful engagements that can help us feel connected to something that's larger than ourselves, a larger purpose. So we can volunteer together. We can gather our friends or family to volunteer at a shelter, a food bank, or a community event. Volunteering helps you appreciate what you have while fostering connections with others. I would encourage people to get their children involved in volunteering, because sometimes it's difficult for kids to see that there are other people in the world that are in need. And if we take our children to volunteer and help others, it just opens their eyes to have care and compassion for other people in the world. We can organize a donation drive, maybe through like your HOA, maybe through your community, maybe through your job. You can organize a donation drive where you can collect essentials for people that are in need. Giving reminds us to be grateful for the resources and the support that we have, because there are a lot of people in the world who don't have. So sometimes, like during the holiday season, it's usually the colder months. So sometimes people will do like a blanket drive and then give blankets to the homeless people, maybe in their city or a nearby city. Making time to just really have extra money on you at times, where maybe you can donate money to people that you see like on the street that could potentially be hungry or homeless and that are asking for money, or standing there with a sign and just being generous with those people. And holiday giving projects, we can participate in programs like Adopt a Family, or we can create care projects. If you know somebody that is in need, I know recently someone had posted on Facebook about a family who was having a really hard time, and then they had shared an Amazon link for people to join in and to buy for a family. And so if you know a family in need, you can do something like that, and their information and their address and everything, of course, will be private. But then you just don't know like how many people will want to join in, because I think a lot of people do want to give, but sometimes people don't know where to give or how to give, and they want it to be something meaningful during the holiday season for a family that doesn't have. And so if you know someone who's in need, then I would suggest that you reach out to like some of the communities that you are a part of to fill those needs. And volunteering and doing things for other people is linked to lower levels of depression and higher feelings of satisfaction. Helping others shifts focus from our own stressors, and it encourages a grateful mindset. When we give to others, it really does make us feel better. It really adds meaning to our life and purpose when we can reach out and help other people. And sharing kindness and gratitude at home, practicing kindness and gratitude within your home fosters a positive environment. It nurtures mental health and it strengthens bonds. So just offering genuine compliments, recognizing everyone's strength in the house and efforts that people are making, encouraging mutual appreciation and self-worth. When you see someone doing something good, to compliment them. Or if you see someone maturing or growing in areas, mention those things. That makes people feel really good. Practice active listening, like fully listening and responding to loved ones. That shows respect and gratitude for their presence. So putting your phone down, or maybe turning the TV off, or really listening and giving a listening ear. Expressing daily gratitude, taking the time to reflect on what you're thankful for. Sharing thoughts with family members to encourage a culture of gratitude. You can create like a group on your phone of your relatives during the holiday season, and you all can do like a gratitude where every day you talk about something different that you're grateful for, or everybody can pick a person to talk about why they're grateful for that person. There are so many things that we could do to show kindness and gratitude to others during this holiday season, and just to be present with people. So I would just really encourage that. There are a lot of psychological benefits of gratitude. And I know yesterday we went over a lot of the psychological benefits of laughter. So I just want to share a few things with you about the psychological benefits of gratitude. I've been hearing a lot lately at church. People have mentioned that gratitude and anxiety cannot exist in the same space. And so just when you have those moments where you're feeling anxious, thinking of things that you're grateful for. And I think that it's really good to think about what we're grateful for more proactively. So when that mood hits us, when we're feeling down or we're feeling like anxious about something, we already have a list to combat that with. And so we're not feeling down for a very long time, or we're not feeling stuck in a moment where we're already feeling low energy, and then we're trying to come up with a bunch of things that we're grateful for. So the psychological benefits of gratitude: it causes a boost in our mood and our happiness. It increases our brain's release of dopamine and serotonin, which improves feelings of joy and contentment. It reduces negative thinking by countering envy, resentment, and regret. And I think when we focus on ourselves and the things that we're grateful for, we don't have time to be thinking about what everyone else has or what everyone else is doing. It reduces stress and anxiety. It lowers our cortisol levels, helping the mind and body relax. It provides a calming effect by focusing on positive aspects rather than worries. It enhances our resilience. Gratitude helps cope with challenges by shifting the focus to what you still have rather than what's lost. It also encourages perspective, making setbacks feel more manageable. Gratitude strengthens our relationships. When we express appreciation, it fosters connection and it makes others feel valued. It promotes empathy and kindness, creating a positive cycle of support. Gratitude can also improve our sleep quality. It reduces overthinking and anxiety before bedtime. And I had recently went to an event at church about maximizing motherhood. And Pastor Shamika was talking about like brain dumping before you get into bed. Because sometimes when we get into bed at night, like our mind is racing and we're thinking about a lot of things at one time. But if we just have a notebook near our bed that we could just write everything down and just put it all right there and just leave it there and not think about it and ponder over it at night. So that's a really good thing to do. So that'll reduce some overthinking and anxiety before bedtime. And also reflecting on positive moments leads to more restful sleep. So when you're thinking at night, just thinking about something really calming, or if you have something you like to listen to, like I like to listen to scripture at night, or I like to listen to certain ministries at night. And it just helps me to really relax and sleep. So simple ways to cultivate gratitude. We can keep a gratitude journal, write down 3 to 5 things that you're thankful for, express appreciation for others, and expressing appreciation for ourselves. And just making sure that we're writing kind notes. Sometimes people write like kind sticky notes and post them on their mirror, post them on places in their office. We can also write kind sticky notes for others during this season and tell them why we're grateful for them, and we can place it on their desk or place it on our kids' dresser or different areas of the house. And we also want to practice like maintaining like peace and tranquility in our life. And sometimes that's something that we have to fight for. It's not automatic. We have to really focus in on finding our peace. So whether that's like finding some scriptures to meditate on, or just making sure that throughout the day, the people that you're interacting with are also trying to keep their peace as well, and you're not consuming material that would make you feel like anxious or worried, or you're watching what you're listening to, making sure what you're watching on TV or social media is things that are positive, because when we have a lot of negative things coming into our life, whether it's things that we're listening to or things that we're watching, that can disrupt our peace. And then just make sure that we have a heart of gratitude towards volunteering and helping others, giving to others. It doesn't matter how small it is. Sometimes you may only have like $1 in the car or $5 in the car. And even though that may seem like a very small thing, but at the same time, if we just think about like perhaps the person that we're giving it to, maybe they've encountered some people during the day that gave them another $1 or $5, and it all just adds up. So it's not our business to try to figure out like, oh, this isn't enough. We just give what we have. And so the takeaway for today is that practicing gratitude can release our stress. It can boost our happiness and strengthen our emotional well-being. By making gratitude a habit, we can build resilience and deepen connections. We can create a more joyful and fulfilling life for ourselves and for other people that are around us that share space with us. And so I would just continue to just come on here and uplift you for the holidays, and just really get people to spread kindness and just to be grateful. We have so many things to be grateful for. So thank you for tuning in.